Drones, a guide for the clueless. Drones are the way of the future, for better or for worse. They have come from a rocky past. The very word drone conjures mixed reactions in people. However, regardless of how you feel about them, these tiny flyers are going to fill the skies, transforming entire industries by changing the way goods and even people are transported. You might be using your drone, or thinking about getting a drone, for some epic vacation shots or to make an ultra-romantic wedding video. However, you should be thinking bigger. What if, instead of just taking pictures of you, your drone could help you monitor hundreds of acres of crops? What if it could photograph a building's flaws? And what if it could fix those flaws or water those crops as soon as it spotted them? Drones could also bring the internet to people who don't have it. Or deliver food and medicine to people who need it. These are just some of the applications we have started taking advantage of today. To have a better understanding of where the future of drones is going, it helps to have an understanding of their past. It will help first to classify what a drone is. A drone can be classified as an unmanned vehicle with locomotive abilities of one form or another. There are land, sea and aerial drones. For the purpose of this video we will only talk about aerial drones. Drones have been around for arguably more than a century. For example, in 1898 Nikola Tesla remotely controlled a small boat over radio frequencies. However, since the dawn of remotely controlled vehicles, drones have remained primarily a military project like the infamous Predator drone, conceived in the 1990s. This all started to change about a decade ago. In the late 2000s a few hobbyists started to figure out they could control their remote-controlled planes with their phones, and the home drone revolution was born. However, in its infancy, nobody would have thought of drones as regular person toys. The few buyable products still cost thousands of dollars, basically required a PhD to fly, and were used for things like filming blockbuster movies. Then in 2010 Parrot showed up on the scene with the first quadcopter AR drone. This drone was easy to fly, affordable and was run off the user's iPhone or iPod Touch. It basically turned flying a drone into an augmented reality game. The Parrot drone changed the scene as far as changing people's views of what it meant to own and fly a personal drone, and really birthed the now saturated market we see today. In 2013 a company by the name Dajiang Innovations Science and Technology Co., Limited, better known as DJI, introduced the Phantom. A ready-to-fly out-of-the-box drone that could perform clever pre-programmed stunts and camera tricks at the touch of a button, and even if you screwed up it was programmed to automatically fly back to you. DJI made the first drone that wasn't a toy or a tool. It was both and then some. And it immediately made DJI the most important name in drones. Today, they easily own at least 70% of the market, running out competitors like Parrot. Since the first Phantom drone, the market has exploded and drones have become more sophisticated and varied. Drones have since gained the ability to automatically avoid obstacles, to stay steady in strong winds, and to fly further and higher for longer. Right now you can get a drone with a 4K camera, 30 minutes of battery life, and a range of more than 4 miles, that can hover autonomously and avoid obstacles without your help, for about $1,000. Or you can get smaller selfie drones for even cheaper. With so many drones hitting the market it's unclear of what the future will look like. Suddenly people who never thought of owning a drone are now seeing it as not only a possible reality, but a benefit. Companies so far have been the dictating factor in drone development and usage, however in the future they are going to have to play hardball with the FAA, the Federal Aviation and Administration. The Federal Aviation and Administration, the FAA, and a few other agencies will ultimately be what determines what drones and drone users will be able to do in the future. They have taken a keen interest in drones and drone use over the last decade. And for good reason. Drones pose an increasing risk to aircraft and can do serious damage to an aircraft if they collide. The FAA has set regulations on flying drones in proximity to airports as a precaution, but there is still a lot of gray area as far as drones' usage and airplane safety is concerned. Another issue is that of privacy invasion. The debate over what to do about a drone's ability to violate people's privacy or invade their space has led to an arms race of sorts. The drone makers are trying to make their products fly higher and faster, while others try to keep them grounded. There are plenty of reasons for people to worry. A camera that flies will soon do more than just take pictures. The camera in your phone is learning to recognize your face, to enable augmented reality, even to see in the dark with thermal or infrared imaging. This is another place where regulation matters. Drones can already spot an individual person from thousands of feet up, and the Big Brother implications are terrifying. Let's imagine a scenario, however, where there are no regulations, and drone producers can do as they please. Companies like Amazon have been testing Prime Air, their drone delivery service, by flying small packages into a few customers' yards in the UK, and they are hoping for a broader rollout soon. Meanwhile, Domino's is dropping pizzas all over New Zealand with drones, and another company, Zipline, is bringing medicine to rural areas of Rwanda. Researchers and engineers are already starting to think of drones as swarms, looking at how birds and insects fly in order to see how dozens or hundreds of drones might be able to work in concert. They could carry more cargo or split up inspection work, generally acting as a many-headed whole instead of a bunch of individual flying objects. The future of drones is as unclear as it is assured. In what capacity these flying machines will affect our lives in the future is uncertain, but what is clear is that as we continue to push the boundaries of drone capabilities, their applications continue to also grow. Being in the infancy of the drone revolution, we are only able to imagine all the possibilities the future holds for the usage of drones. To find out more about drones, check